Here's how I format my quotes in Canva and highlight them using colors from the book cover. This is a question I get a lot. So we're going to start off with a new screen in Canva. I just added a page and then I'm going to go to my Insta Photos folder and I'm going to just choose a photo as the background just for an example for this. Now we have our background photo. I'm just going to stretch it so that it stretches for the whole canvas. Now we're going to add a text box. I usually use the font Radley. I just found that it looks best. It looks more like a font that you would see on your Kindle or in a book. And so that's just the one I chose. You can look at a bunch of other ones. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it really big. And I'm actually just going to take a quote from my other slide just for this example. And I'm just going to copy and paste it. And I want to format the quote so that it's the right size, but also that it is left aligned like it would be in a book. After we left align, we're going to go into the effects. So we're going to have the text highlighted and we're going to go into effects and we're going to click background. I change the background to white and then I turn the roundness down so that the corners are sharp. Now it's time to add the highlight over the text. So you're going to go into elements on the left hand side and go to shapes. And I usually just choose a square. From here, I go into my book screenshots folder, which is where I just keep all of the book screenshots so that I can easily access them for when I'm building posts. And I actually started labeling them. So I'm just going to search Callie Hart, add the Quicksilver one in here. And that way I can use the dropper to choose a color for my highlights. What you can also do is click on the box, go into the little color tab at the top, and you can pull out photo colors if you just want to do it that way. It'll give you every color on basically all of your slides in these photo colors. But I want to just choose like a purple color that's on one of the butterflies. So we're just going to do that. I'm just going to use the little dropper to do that. So once we've highlighted a color we like, I'm just going to make that box smaller and we are going to position it over the top of the text. You are probably going to have to go into the three little dots at the top right hand corner and click position and bring to front. So I like to do a couple boxes and you're just going to fit it directly over the text here so that it fits like exactly to the end of the sentence. And then you're going to go up into the three little dots again and turn the transparency way down so that you can see through it. Then I just duplicate it and I bring down the little boxes, cover the text, and just make sure it like lines up at the edges like I like. And then once we are done aligning everything, you're going to click on and highlight the text box that's underneath those highlights and duplicate it. And then go into effects and click none so that it doesn't have a background. And then you can line up the text over top of the highlights so that it's a little bit easier to see. I just think that this looks better. It's not as like faded looking as if you just kind of leave it the way that we had it. So the other option that you can do, and I'm just duplicating this text box for an example, but I will sometimes use like a torn paper look underneath my quotes. So you're going to go into elements and you can search for different things. I just searched for torn paper in here and it'll come up with a bunch of options. You can choose from whatever you want. I usually use graphics and I just pick any of them and kind of format it to see how it looks with the text depending on like how long the text is. And I'll just like shrink it a little bit. And we're going to use the exact same thing that we did before here, except this one's a little bit easier. So we're going to take the highlighted boxes that already have the transparency turned down and you can hover them over the text, make sure it fits, and then you can actually just move it back by one so that it's behind your text but still in front of the torn paper, and that makes it look like it's highlighted. And then we're just going to kind of repeat that for every single one of these lines of text. And so you can just copy and paste or duplicate the boxes from above, and then once you're done formatting them, just select multiple and you can move both of them backward one position, and that's how we do it.